The political atmosphere across Nigeria exploded with emotion after dramatic reports emerged, claiming that Justice Binta Nyako had allegedly been called to the United Nations headquarters over issues connected to the long-running NNAMDI KANU legal saga. Within moments, reactions began spreading like wildfire across social media, television stations, and political circles as supporters of NNAMDI KANU celebrated what they described as a shocking international twist in one of Nigeria's most controversial legal battles. The reports immediately transformed the national mood into one of confusion, tension, and emotional debate. Inside Abuja, political observers struggled to separate verified information from growing speculation as millions of Nigerians searched desperately for answers regarding the alleged international development. Could global institutions truly be paying closer attention to the NNAMDI KANU case? What exactly does the reported UN connection mean for the future of the legal battle? And why has this development suddenly triggered such powerful emotional reactions across the country? These questions quickly dominated national conversation. Supporters of NNAMDI KANU reacted emotionally almost immediately after the report surfaced online. Across several parts of the southeast, celebrations reportedly broke out among groups who viewed the alleged development as evidence that the international community may finally be taking stronger interest in the case and the wider issues surrounding it. Videos and emotional messages flooded social media platforms with supporters expressing hope, excitement, and renewed confidence. Some described the moment as symbolic, while others claimed it represented growing international scrutiny over Nigeria's handling of sensitive political and judicial matters. Inside government and legal circles, however, the atmosphere reportedly became deeply tense. The possibility of international attention connected to such a politically sensitive case immediately raised questions about Nigeria's global image, judicial credibility, and diplomatic reputation. Political analysts warned that even unconfirmed reports involving international institutions like the United Nations possess enormous emotional and political power, capable of influencing public perception nationwide. Throughout the day, television stations across Nigeria interrupted regular programming to discuss the growing controversy surrounding the reports. Political commentators, lawyers, and activists appeared on live broadcasts offering sharply divided opinions about the meaning behind the alleged UN development. Some argued that international scrutiny is common in cases attracting significant political and human rights attention. Others warned Nigerians against rushing to conclusions before official confirmation from credible sources becomes available. Despite these warnings, emotions continued rising rapidly. Inside the southeast, many supporters of NNAMDI KANU described the reports as a moment of emotional validation after years of legal battles, protests, and political frustration. Families gathered around televisions and smartphones discussing every new rumor and interpretation connected to the situation. Prayer sessions reportedly increased as many citizens hoped the development could eventually influence the future direction of the legal battle. Some community leaders urged supporters to remain calm and avoid provocative celebrations capable of worsening national tensions. Meanwhile, critics of the growing online excitement questioned the accuracy of the reports entirely. Some political voices accused social media influencers and activists of spreading emotionally charged narratives designed to manipulate public opinion. Others warned that misinformation surrounding sensitive legal matters can create dangerous instability if left unchecked. Still, the emotional momentum surrounding the story continued spreading across the nation. For years, the NNAMDI KANU case has remained one of the most emotionally explosive political issues in modern Nigerian history. It touches deep questions surrounding identity, justice, national unity, regional grievances, and public trust in institutions. Every court appearance now generates national headlines. Every legal update sparks intense emotional reaction. Every rumor connected to the case spreads instantly across an already tense political atmosphere. That emotional reality once again became visible as Nigerians reacted passionately to the alleged UN development. Inside Abuja, political insiders reportedly monitored public reaction carefully as discussions intensified around the possible diplomatic implications of the reports. Some analysts warned that even the perception of growing international scrutiny could increase pressure on authorities handling the sensitive case. Others argued that Nigeria's institutions must remain focused on constitutional procedures regardless of public emotion or external attention. This disagreement fueled even deeper political debate across the country. Meanwhile, legal experts entered the national conversation with strong opinions regarding the broader significance of international attention in politically sensitive legal matters. Some lawyers emphasized that global institutions often monitor cases connected to allegations of human rights concerns or political instability. Others insisted that Nigeria remains fully capable of handling its own judicial processes without external interference or pressure. These competing narratives dominated television and radio discussions throughout the evening. Across social media platforms, hashtags linked to Justice Binta Nyako, the United Nations, and NNAMDI KANU surged rapidly as millions of users joined the conversation. Some celebrated what they viewed as a dramatic breakthrough moment. Others warned citizens to remain cautious until credible official information becomes available. Fact-checkers struggled to contain the flood of emotional speculation spreading online. Videos claiming to reveal inside details circulated widely despite limited verification. The digital atmosphere became chaotic and emotionally charged. At the same time, ordinary Nigerians struggling with hardship and insecurity expressed mixed emotions about the situation. Some citizens questioned why political controversies continue dominating national attention while millions battle rising costs of living and worsening economic pressure. Others argued that resolving emotionally sensitive political conflicts remains essential for long-term national peace and stability. Taxi drivers, traders, students, and civil servants all appeared engaged in heated conversations about the reports throughout the day. Inside universities and academic circles, debates surrounding the alleged UN involvement became increasingly serious. Students discussed broader questions surrounding democracy, judicial independence, and the role of international institutions in politically sensitive national matters. Some argued that external scrutiny can sometimes encourage accountability and transparency. Others warned that excessive foreign involvement in domestic legal issues risks damaging national sovereignty and public trust. These discussions reflected the deeper uncertainty now shaping public reaction across Nigeria. Religious leaders also entered the conversation as emotions continued spreading nationwide. Pastors and imams urged Nigerians to avoid violence, misinformation, and hateful rhetoric regardless of personal political opinions. Several prayer gatherings reportedly focused on peace, wisdom, and stability for the country during what many described as another dangerous political moment. Traditional rulers also appealed for calm and national unity while encouraging citizens not to allow emotional reactions to trigger unnecessary unrest. As night approached, tension reportedly remained high across different regions. Inside Abuja, observers described an atmosphere filled with caution, speculation, and quiet political anxiety. Every new rumor connected to the story instantly triggered another wave of public reaction. Every silence from official authorities created even more questions. Every television discussion generated fresh political arguments online and offline. Late into the night, analysts continued debating the possible future impact of the alleged development. Could growing international attention influence the legal direction of the NNAMDI KANU case? Will the reports increase pressure for political dialogue and reconciliation? Or will the entire controversy deepen existing divisions and political suspicion across the country? For now, no clear answers exist. But one reality remains impossible to deny. The emotional power surrounding the NNAMDI KANU saga continues shaking Nigeria at every level. The streets remain tense. The debates remain emotional. The uncertainty remains heavy. And millions of Nigerians continue watching anxiously as another dramatic chapter unfolds in one of the nation's most controversial and emotionally charged political and legal sagas. As mourning returned across Nigeria, the emotional tension surrounding the alleged United Nations development involving Justice Binta Nyako continued growing stronger by the hour. Inside homes, offices, universities, and crowded public spaces, Nigerians remained deeply divided over what the reports could truly mean for the future of the NNAMDI KANU legal battle. Some citizens described the moment as historic and potentially transformational. Others warned that the country was entering another dangerous cycle of speculation, political emotion, and uncertainty capable of destabilizing already fragile national tensions. Inside Abuja, political observers reportedly described the atmosphere as extremely sensitive. According to analysts, the emotional reaction generated by the reports revealed just how deeply the NNAMDI KANU issue has become connected to national psychology and public trust in institutions. Every new development now carries explosive political meaning. Every rumor instantly shapes public emotion. Every silence from authorities creates fresh suspicion across different regions of the country. Throughout the morning, journalists continued searching desperately for credible confirmation surrounding the alleged UN headquarters development. Several media houses reportedly contacted diplomatic and legal sources seeking clarification, while political commentators filled television studios discussing possible implications of the controversy. Yet, the absence of immediate official explanation only fueled greater public speculation nationwide. In the southeast, emotional reactions reportedly remained intense but mixed. While some supporters celebrated what they viewed as international recognition of concerns surrounding the case, others urged caution and restraint until verified information becomes available. Community leaders reportedly held private discussions, encouraging young people to avoid emotional actions capable of escalating tension unnecessarily. Traditional rulers and respected elders also appealed for calm, while emphasizing the importance of peace, regardless of political disagreement. Meanwhile, legal experts continued debating the broader significance of international attention surrounding politically sensitive judicial matters. Some senior lawyers argued that global institutions and international observers often pay close attention to cases involving allegations connected to human rights and political instability. Others insisted that Nigeria's judiciary must remain independent and free from external political pressure, regardless of international commentary or public emotion. These arguments dominated legal and political discussions throughout the day. At the same time, ordinary Nigerians battling inflation, unemployment, and insecurity expressed growing emotional exhaustion with the endless political drama surrounding the case. Some citizens questioned whether political leaders fully understand the psychological burden these repeated crises place upon ordinary families already struggling to survive difficult economic conditions. Others insisted that unresolved national grievances can never simply disappear without serious dialogue, fairness, and reconciliation efforts. This emotional divide continued shaping public reactions across the country. Across social media, the controversy surrounding Justice Binta Nyako and the alleged UN involvement remained among the most discussed issues nationwide. Some online users claimed the development represented growing international concern over Nigeria's political climate and judicial processes. Others dismissed the entire story as exaggerated political propaganda designed to provoke emotional reactions and increase online attention. Despite these disagreements, millions of Nigerians continued following every update anxiously. Inside universities and academic circles, conversations surrounding the issue became increasingly intense. Students debated whether international attention can genuinely influence politically sensitive legal cases within sovereign nations. Some argued that external scrutiny may encourage transparency and accountability during controversial legal disputes. Others warned that excessive international involvement in domestic affairs could deepen political polarization and public distrust. These debates reflected wider national uncertainty surrounding the issue. Political analysts also began discussing possible long-term consequences of the controversy for Nigeria's international reputation. The NNAMDI KANU case has already attracted significant global attention over the years due to its political and security implications. As a result, even unconfirmed reports involving major international institutions immediately become powerful narratives capable of influencing how the world views Nigeria's democratic institutions and national stability. This concern reportedly increased anxiety within some political circles in Abuja. Security analysts meanwhile warned against misinformation and emotionally charged propaganda capable of inflaming tensions further. Authorities reportedly monitored online activity closely amid fears that false reports or provocative political messaging could trigger unrest in already sensitive areas. Civil society groups also called on citizens to verify information carefully before spreading emotional claims across social media platforms. Despite these warnings, emotionally driven speculation continued spreading rapidly throughout the day. Late in the afternoon, political commentators once again raised difficult questions surrounding the future direction of the NNAMDI KANU saga. Could growing international attention eventually influence political calculations within Nigeria? Will increasing public emotion create pressure for broader dialogue and reconciliation efforts? Or will the situation deepen political mistrust and further divide public opinion across the country? These unanswered questions continue dominating national discussion. Inside religious communities, pastors and imams delivered emotional messages focused on unity, wisdom, and national peace. Several faith leaders warned that political tension and public anger must never be allowed to destroy relationships between ordinary Nigerians from different backgrounds and regions. Prayer sessions reportedly continued across multiple communities, with citizens asking for peace, justice, and stability for the nation. For many Nigerians, the emotional power surrounding the case now extends beyond legal arguments or political calculations. The issue has become symbolic of broader frustrations involving governance, justice, insecurity, and trust in leadership. That deeper emotional connection explains why every development connected to the NNAMDI KANU matter continues generating extraordinary national reaction. As evening approached again, the atmosphere across Abuja reportedly remained cautious and uncertain. Political insiders allegedly continued monitoring public sentiment closely, while legal experts waited for clearer information regarding the authenticity and implications of the reports. Still, no matter how many questions remained unanswered, one thing had already become undeniable. The emotional impact of the alleged Justice Binta Nyako and UN headquarters controversy had already shaken Nigeria deeply. In markets, restaurants, campuses, and public transport stations, conversations remained dominated by the story. Some citizens spoke with hope, others spoke with fear. Many simply expressed exhaustion over the endless cycle of political tension gripping the country. Yet everyone appeared aware that the NNAMDI KANU saga had once again entered another unpredictable and emotionally explosive chapter. Late into the night, television stations continued broadcasting dramatic updates and political analysis, while online commentators pushed competing narratives about what may happen next. Some predicted major political consequences ahead. Others warned that expectations must remain realistic until verifiable facts emerge clearly from credible sources. For now, Nigeria remains suspended between speculation and uncertainty. The emotions remain intense. The political atmosphere remains fragile. The legal questions remain unresolved. And millions of anxious citizens continue watching every development carefully as the controversy surrounding Justice Binta Nyako, the alleged UN connection, and the NNAMDI KANU legal battle continues, sending shockwaves through the heart of the nation. Before we end this broadcast, I want to sincerely thank every one of you watching from different parts of Nigeria and around the world. Your support, your loyalty, and your time mean everything to this channel. Every day, we work tirelessly to bring you breaking news, emotional stories, and the latest developments shaping our nation, because we believe the people deserve to stay informed at all times. We stay awake through the night, following major events, so you never miss important updates that could affect our country and our future. But we cannot continue this mission without your support. So if you truly value honest reporting and powerful news coverage, please take this moment to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell right now. Your subscription helps us grow stronger, reach more people, and continue bringing you the stories that matter most. Thank you for believing in this channel, and thank you for standing with us every single day.